Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are playing Mono Red Pain deck. Are you prepared to have your socks knocked off? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host. Tune in to Secret Underground Lair Makeover to watch them install yet another Scrooge McDuck gold coin pit in my secret underground lair next Thursday on HGTV. Dr. Yukon Socket! Yes, thank you! Thank you so much. You are too kind. Yukon Socket! Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you once again from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by whoguess, one of my favorite guys right now, whoguess. And this deck is called Red Pain. Red Pain. So I did make a change to it when I was testing it out a little bit. I ended up getting a ton of treasure, and I had nothing to do with it, right? Nothing to do. So I tore out a Feldon, and I put in Shivan Devastator instead. So I figured if I'm going to have a ton of treasure, nothing to do, I better have something to do with it. So Shivan Devastator is in there instead. So you'll find the original link, or the link to the original deck in the description below. But if you go and look at the actual deck list, it'll be my deck list, which includes the Shivan Devastator instead. All right, so what is Red Pain? Well, it's different than Red Burn in that we focus a lot on doing single points of damage at various events. So that is going to be space awesome. That's going to be space awesome. So let's take a look at the cards really quick, and then we'll go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. So Kumano does 1 point of damage when it comes into play, and then pumps a dude, and then also puts out a 2/2 with haste. This guy is hasty for super cheap, just 1, and keeps getting stronger whenever you play a non-creature spell. Phoenix Chick comes out as a 1/1, flying haste, can't block. Reinforced comes out, hasty, but then pops back to your hand. Sticky Fingers, you can put on any of your little dudes, at which point you'll start generating treasure tokens every time they do a point of damage to a player. And well, not point of damage, but whenever they deal combat damage to a player. And when that creature dies, you get to draw a card. So it's all good, baby. Shivan Devastator, you can pump exit to it to make it have that many +1/+1 counters on it. And it's got flying and haste. This guy comes out, he's kind of slow, but he's got a big old butt. So that's really strange. But anytime you cast a non-creature spell, it deals a point of damage to each opponent. Mishra's Domination either makes a guy on your opponent's side not be able to block, or gives one of your dudes +2/+2. So far, this has been a fantastic spell. Urabrask's Forge puts out a guy that gets stronger and stronger every turn and has trample and haste. Always dies, though, at the end of the turn. He's got a big old fat body, but a little tiny looking head. You can see him right there on the right. Chandra, every time you tap her, you use her to get a point of mana, you get to do 1 point of damage to a target player or planeswalker. Other than that, you can exile stuff on the top of your library and play it. And her -7 ability is pretty cool if you can get her up to it. Mechanized Warfare makes all of damage from your artifacts or red stuff deal an additional point of damage, in which case making pretty much everything do twice as much damage, because everything usually does like 1 point. But we've got lots of stuff dealing individual points. This thing makes everything go twice as fast, which is fantastic. And the Defiler of Instinct, who makes casting your dudes cost less, has First Strike, is a 4/4, and anytime that you play a red permanent, he deals an additional point of damage to any target. This guy right here is a 2/2. He counts as an artifact creature, so therefore Mechanized Warfare does pop up his power as well, whereas the damage he deals. And this guy will put out a couple of 1/1 spirits with haste. So we are just loaded with dudes that work well with Mechanized Warfare and are dealing Moneyball type of damage. And that's what we're dealing with today. So, how are we going to kill them? We're going to crush our enemy. We're going to see them driven before us, and we're going to hear the lamentation of the women. I'm playing against Iron Lung. One mana. No, I'm not playing with one mana. All right, here we go. And we're going to get rid of Kumano. Looks like Shivan Devastator gets to come out like a Phoenix chick. 1/1 who gets pumped up to be a 2. Oh, your fate is spared, Shivan Devastator. All right, Urabrask's Forge the next turn. What is this guy doing? He's got like a Golgari fight deck, maybe? He gets out the Rexian. We are space screwed. All right, I'll attack. You only block one body. That's the one to block. All right, so my path forward, I see it as, if I'm going to be slow, is Chandra on the next turn, and then use her to pump up the Shivan Devastator. Is that the guy that goes after artifacts? Darn it. I don't appreciate that. All right, all in, Sonny Jim. Next turn, we're going to have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 5. That's 9 total. And it'll be an extra point, so that's lethal. And I'm not going to be able to get one of my guys through, though. All right, so that's 1. And I've got 5 there, so it's... All right, Etchi and Kumano, you are my chump. Don't kill the Devastator. Don't do it. All right, he's out of mana. Oh, he wasn't out of mana. See, now he could gain as fast as I can give it out. It's a problem. Come down to 1. And... shot to the heart. Nope. No Bon Jovi. Boom, boom. Goes the room. Play against Mike G something. 1, 2. Keep. Turn that dragon off before it gets a chance to be too annoying. to the face. I see the Monastery Swiftspear is going to have some sticky fingers there. That's not cool. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, comes out as a 2-3, which is awesome. And pumps him up. All in, and a little bit of extra mana there. Sure, why not? No, 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 no. We need to keep it. That's why. This is only a one-time use. I need that for the Devastator. Probably just pull the same trick next turn. Alright, is that it? Beetlejuice? Alright. We're low on mana. I guess we're getting ourselves though. Haste! And sticky fingers. If I waste this one, I could pump them again. Let's just do that. In the face! And I'll attack. That was my mana! Alright, so Shivan Devastator can now come out as a 3. Ugh. I guess he'll get pumped up by the Kumano, though. So he'll be a 4. One, two, three. All right, willing to trade if you are. That's what you're going to get out of it, huh? All right, so let's see. I'm going to have at least 4 attackers next turn. I think I got this thing won. Action from red. Don't care. Don't care. Nope, I can't because I can get... You'll be able to block 2 of them. Oh, that was a wrong move. You got another guy? Is that the deal? Looks like you need white mana for that. And here we go. Death to the Devastator. But then 5 points to everything else. And you're dead. Yeah. Touchdown! Lava Bears! Alright, playing against the Spheralist. The Spheralist. 1, 2. That's enough for this deck. I can cast everything in my hand. Keep. Alright, so it's a mirror match, and we are going second, which is not the greatest. But we do have permanence, which might help out a little tiny bit. Ooh, it's not a mirror match. Alright, so 2. Let's get us into something with a little bit of a butt on it. And all in for 1. All right, here is 3, which will help out quite a bit. All in. Yeah, block. You know it does double the amount of damage. All right, there's a 2/3. Made that guy unblockable. Or can't blockable. All right, 4. Oh, I didn't put out the right guy. That guy should have been out there. It would have been awesome. I didn't do it. Mishra. All right, this isn't cool. We have 4 mana, 14 life, and he's got a bunch of 4s going on here. Wonder if he knows that these things are doing an additional point of damage. He seems to be putting out weird sacrifices I don't quite understand. Yeah, I kind of have to keep her alive. And she didn't make it, unfortunately. He's up to 6. 1, 2, 3. And we win. Victory! All right, we're playing against CarlesFog. CarlesFog. 1, 2. All right, we'll keep it. Kumano. Hopefully something. We could put out the Flamebreather, I guess, on turn 2. It's a mirror match, and we're on the The draw. In your face, Sloppy Joe. Oh, I'll see that. If we just pick up one more red mana, we could throw down the Mechanized Warfare and actually be dangerous. He's got his own. Not red mana. No blocking for you. You were dominated. All right, that's 2 points of damage you did. Good for you. There we go. Mechanized Warfare, all of our own. Down to 7. So next turn we're doing, that's 6 right there. Don't care, man. And we win. Suck it, suckerfish. That's victory. All right, playing against Larsonic. Larsonic. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's one of the best hands I've seen in a long time. How is this going on that I'm getting mono red against mono red, yet I'm always on the draw? All attack. I can do the same thing. Sunny Jim. I can't do that though. Alright, maybe we were looking at a Shivan Devastator. So it'd just be a 2. That's what we're doing. Alright, we're tied up. And we have the slight advantage. Next turn we'll start putting down the Defiler of Instinct. Alright, 9 to 11. Game's tilting. I think I haste. Nope. Whoa, should we do it? Let's see. I can just pay it with the thing. Pump it by 4. All right, so that is it. We just won. He just doesn't know it yet. And there we go. He just, reality caught up with him. Victory! Just when I was thinking that we were done innovating on mono red burn, we've got red pain. And man, I love the additions that were made in this deck. Really, really nice. What was my favorite? What was my favorite one? It was Sticky Fingers. I loved it because you could get it out early, seeing that it was only 1 mana. Meaning on turn 2, you could put it onto like the Phoenix Chick or something. Just right off the bat, you get a dude out, you throw Sticky Fingers on it, and it's getting for you a second mana. So the problem with this deck is you were kind of like getting way more mana than you needed, but you were able to play everything like incredibly early. I really see what else was really good about it. The second thing, Mishra's Domination. Here's the thing, I'm sorry, what is this? Fareka Setawan. I think the artwork looks dumb. I mean, it's probably better than I can do, but still, it's the kind of artwork I just immediately just pass by. But this is a great card for a mono red deck because it gives you the +2 on your own dude. Otherwise, it makes it so the other person cannot block, which is what you can't stand, is blockers against a mono red deck. So I'm a huge fan of Mishra's Domination in this kind of a deck. Big time, hammer time. And lastly, I really like seeing Defiler of Instinct. I love those Defilers, and you just don't play them. But in this deck, it's just that extra point of damage that is what's really doing it for you. What is it? Every time you play a red permanent spell, X is just one more. Pow, 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 pow. That's that pain we're looking for between the Chandra, between the Defiler of Instinct, just getting at it. I love the fact that Urabrask Forge there as well. So in my mind, this deck is really good. I got this from whoguess, but I swapped out the guy with one of the guys with the Shivan Devastator because when I was playing this deck with the original formulation, I was getting way too much mana, just tons of it. And I'm like, what am I going to do with it all? I couldn't draw enough, whatever. But I thought, what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the the Feldon Ronom Excavator out, and I'm going to put Shivan Devastator in instead because he could be a 2/2 haste on turn 2, or I guess 3, but he's got flying, but he could also be so much more. If you got the mana, this guy is such an incredible bomb, and they're just unexpected. And I think this guy's a better fit for this particular deck. The other guy allows you to draw cards, and if you got enough mana, you can actually play them. So I guess it's good. So I just thought this was the better way to go. Yeah, there's another pain guy right there. That's the other guy that likes that. As you play things out, that one does that extra point of damage. So the first part of the deck, yeah, it's kind of that boring mono red. You gotta have to play it. The balance is there. Those are all super tight. But after that, this deck gets really interesting. All right, so is this deck competitive? Of course it is. Of course it is. It is, I would say I played it. I have a 71% win rate with it. The funny part is I played the version that didn't have the Shivan Devastator. I had an 83% win rate with that. So it might be the people I played. I don't know. It could be that the original deck, which you'll find the link in the description below, was possibly a better deck than the one I'm showing here. But I'm chalking it up to just luck, right? I did play one additional game with this deck. They did the other. But yeah, 71 on this particular version. Still, that is way competitive. Number 2, was this deck fun? I'm sorry, it's mono red aggro. I love those decks. They are fun. They may not be interesting, but they are tons of fun. And this one just turned the fun quotient up to 11. And I thought it was fantastic. I really liked it because I just love Sticky Fingers and Mishra's Domination. Thought that was great. Lastly, was it interesting? And yes, because it is your mono red burn deck, but tweaked. It's different. It's got that extra stuff at the high level, which is weird for a mono red aggro deck having a high level, but you're getting lots of mana, so it was worth it. Altogether, it was great. So, okay, this is definitely going to be in my favorite decks of March list. Coming out in 2 weeks from now, something like that. But as of right now, this is an A+ deck, A+. And as I am required to say by federal law, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.